Till now, we have seen some of the string functions. We'll see what are the functions which we have learned. We have learned how to find out length of the string by using strlen is a function. strlen function ఏం చేస్తుంది? It takes one parameter as input and returns length of the string. Let us say how to use this string length function. If I have array of characters and if I have SL as integer, I'll get length of the string as first. Before finding out the length of the string, we need to read the string. Let us say I read the string as gets of s. So let us say I have read the string. Now if I would like to find out the length of the string, simply I'll write SL is equal to strlen of s. So it takes the given string, whatever the string entered by the user, it takes as a one parameter, one value to the function, and it calculates the length of the string, and then it returns the value to the string length. So that is how we can use the string length. What is the other function which we have learned? We have learned strcpy. strcpy, it takes two parameters. One is destination and second one is source. ds we called as destination and s we called it as source. So if I see the example, what we have taken, if I have two strings, s1 as 100 and s2 as 100, if I want to copy the source, let us say I have read the characters of string s1, let us say I have said gets of s1. This means it reads the string from the user. So after reading the user, now I want to copy the contents of s2 into s1. So how to copy? I'll write a function strcpy of, I want to give the, first I need to specify the destination. I'll write s2 comma s1. So what will happen? Whatever the contents of s1 we have read from the user by get statement, it will be copied character by character internally in the function strcpy. So that is how we have copied the contents of one string to the other string. And next, what we have learned one more function, strcat. strcat also takes two strings. Let us say s1 and s2 are the two strings. E function it takes two strings. Let us say, if we see the example, I have s1 of 100 and also I have s2 of 100. Suppose if I want to append the characters of s2 into s1, what I need to do? First of all, I need to read both the strings, gets of s1 and gets of s2. So once we read the strings by using gets of s1 and gets of s2, now I need to combine the string s2 into s1. So how to combine? Just simply I'll write strcat of s1 comma s2. ఇది ఏం చేస్తుంది? s1 లో let us say I have a string called welcome, and if I have s2 as gvpcew is the data entered by the user, what will happen after comparing this? s1 becomes s1 plus s2. That means it becomes welcome gvpcew, and because we are not changing anything s2 still remains as gvpcew. So that is how we have seen three functions. What are the three functions which we have seen? We have seen string length function, string copy function, and string concatenation function. Now we will see some more functions are there. So as we all know, strcpy is one function which takes two parameters, string copy and source to destination. So if I see the example, as we have seen strcpy of s1 comma s2, and this is the destination, this is the source. Whatever I have in the source s2, it will be copied into s1. Now we have one more function. The function is strncpy. NCPY అంటే ఏంటంటే I want to copy previous strcpy అంటే whatever I have in S2 I will copy it into S1. Now I want to copy only certain number of characters in S2 if the same is అలా ఇస్తే కనుక S2 to S1. So I don't want to copy all the strings, but I want to copy only certain part of the string. Let us say if I have S1 is equal to welcome and S2 I have GVP CEW. Previously ఏం చేసాం, సారీ ఈ స్ట్రింగ్ కాపీ కదమ్మా, స్ట్రింగ్ కాపీ అంటే కనుక I'll not copy all the characters, I'll copy only certain number of characters అని చెప్పాం కదా. Let us say welcome GVP CEW is one string. ప్రీవియస్ గా ఏమవుతుంది, ఇఫ్ ఐ యూస్ strcpy యూస్ చేస్తే కనుక S2 ఆల్సో కూడా ఐ విల్ హ్యావ్ వెల్కమ్ GVP CEW. Yes, if I use strcpy only on, let us say if I write the whatever we have written, let us say strcpy of S2 comma S1 and రాస్తే కనుక if my S1 contains this, S2 also contains this. Now if I want to copy only certain number of characters, let us say any characters in 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, only 10 characters మనం కాపీ చేయాలనుకోండి. I don't want to copy CEW, I want to copy only up to 10. అంటే ఎన్ని వచ్చాయి చూడండి, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Suppose let us say if I write strncpy of S2 comma S1 and if I give 10, that means I want to copy first 10 characters in S1 to S2. అంటే S1 లోను S1 లో if I have welcome GVP CEW as we have discussed just now, if I say S2 comma S1 comma 10 అని ఇస్తే కనుక it will count the number of characters అన్ని 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. సో ఇక్కడ వరకు it will copy all the contents of first 10 characters in S1 to S2. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది, S2 is equal to, it will copy 10 characters అన్నాం కాబట్టి WELCOME welcome 7 characters 10. So if I use strncmp, I will copy these many number of characters specified. What is the number of characters are specified? So many number of characters in S1 to S2. So previously NCPY రాకపోతే whatever the contents I have in S1, all the characters will be copied into S2. Now if I say strncpy, I'll copy these many number of characters in S1 to S2. So there are two functions. One is strcpy is one function, strncpy is also another functions. Both the functions in string functions have, this will take two parameters, whereas this take 3 parameters. Okay, so this is one additional function which we have in string.h. There are so many functions are there string.h header file, because if we want to use all these string functions we must include this string.h function at the beginning by writing hash include stdio.h. Okay, fine. Now we'll see some other functions. What we have function we have seen, str concatenation also we have seen, strcat of S1 comma S2. అంటే ఏమవుతుంది ఇది, let us say S1 we have welcome and S2 I have GVP CEW. So if I write strcat of S1 comma S2, what will happen, S1 becomes, it will add all the characters of S2 in S1 at the end, and S2 remains same. So I have copied all the characters of S2 into S1. Copy కాదు append. str concatenation ante ganaka I want to concatenate the characters of S2 in S1. Similarly, as we have seen str ncpy, here also we have one function str ncat. So I want to concatenate two strings, but here now I want to concatenate only 3 number of characters in S2. అలాంటి ఏమవుతుంది, same case, if I have S1 is equal to welcome and if I have S2 is equal to GVP CEW, if I write this statement S1 ఏమవుతుంది, S1 is equal to welcome, తర్వాత I want to copy only these many characters. S2 లో ఇన్ని characters I want to append. What are the characters I have mentioned? 1 2 3. So I'll add GVP and S2 remains same. Okay, if I want to copy append all the contents of S2 into S1, I'll use strcat function, or otherwise if I want to append only certain number of characters in string 2 into string 1, I need to use strncat. This is one function, this is another function. So we have learned str length, str copy, strncpy, strcat and strncat. Now we will see one more important thing. Let us say I have S1 is equal to, I will have welcome, and S2 is have welcome. Now I want to compare whether the two strings are equal or not. S1 is equivalent to S2 or not. So when we can say S1 is equal to S2, when we compare each character by character, first character in S1 and first character in S2, if both are equal, then I'll compare first second character of S1 and second character of S2. If all the characters, like if we compare each and every character and both are equal, then I'll say S1 is equal to S2. In the కష్టపడాలి సార్. Is there any method? Yes, we have one method which is called strcmp. This means compare the two strings. It will take two parameters S1 and S2, but it returns a value. It returns if both the strings, if S1 is equal to S2 అయింది అనుకోండి, both the strings are equal, అయితే గనక, ఈక్వల్ అంటే ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ క్యారెక్టర్ ఈక్వల్ అయితే గనక, this strcmp returns 0. So strcmp S1, S2 ఏం చేస్తుంది, it checks each and every character in string 1 and each and every character with string 2. రెండు strings కంపేర్ చేసి, if both the strings are equal, both the characters are equal and each and every, including length and everything, first character, second character, last character, every, all the characters are equal, then it returns a 0 value. అలా కాకుండా